Welcome to Barbie's Bitch House. Today, we're reading chapter 12, the DuChamp Cellar.
I've been looking forward to this chapter.
You like her, don't you?
I like doing her voice.
I don't even remember the voice.
It's like, it's me. Like,
it's me, Mario. What the fuck is that?
It's like a mixture of Russian and Italian and just all the accents I can come up with. So if she speaks, I'll just let you try and do a crazy accent.
Delilah didn't turn into work on Friday, which meant everyone had to cover for her deliveries. Instead, she spent the morning booking her air ticket to Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport. Sorry. Turn that up. Anyway. Because it felt a little warm. Packing up her few things and doing a bit of light shopping for her 12 hours festival of sex. Okay.
Oh.
Kovac took her van out and did the main clients, whilst Bill and Terry and Natasha scrambled up to pick up the rest, in and around their normal routes. Whilst it was a pain, it wasn't too much out of the ordinary, as most of the delivery drivers had to have the odd days off for training purposes or dental appointments. Why dental appointments, specifically? Bill was unusual in that he tried to fit Dr. Stud in and around his deliveries, and her early evening appointments suited him just fine. Because of the morning's activities, Bill arrived just 30 minutes late at Madame DuChamp's residence. He picked up the double pack of luxury oysters and hurried up the path to the front door. As he pushed the doorbell, he wondered just how she'd be dressed and if she was in any way hungry.
Oh God, wait. He's the one who ate the oysters out of her vagina.
Yeah.
I was listening back to the other episodes when I was editing them, and I remember she was like crying and he was like, I'll get you more oysters. So I'll
get you more oysters.
So now we have the oysters.
Yeah.
That one theater kid you were thinking of?
No.
Oh.
That's my boyfriend's, like, one of his friends. Anyway. Okay. Ideally, he could just thrust the package at her, get her to sign the paperwork, and get back to the depot for a well-deserved lunchtime drink with Beatrice at the Crook and Hen.
Oh my God. No,
she's gonna fucking turn him down.
I can't wait for it.
Oh, William, I'm so glad you could make it today. With my oysters, I see. Merci beaucoup. Please be a cup. I don't know. Please step in for a minute. I have a friend who very much wants to meet you. I have a friend
who very much wants to meet you.
Valerie DuChamp gestured Bill inside with a regal sweep of her hand and quietly shut and bolted the door behind him. Damn, she's gonna rape this motherfucker. Please put the oysters in the Frigidaire, William.
Put the oysters in the skin or it gets the hose again. Or whatever the fuck it is. The lotion, not the oysters.
Put the oyster on the skin.
Put the oyster.
Motherfucker gets the hose again.
Put the oyster in my goose or you get the hose a goose.
Alright. Bill went through the kitchen and placed the oysters in the large American-style fridge as Madame DuChamp had requested. William, it is a Saturday afternoon. I would be honored if you could join me in a glass of champagne.
I love how it's like, she requested it to be put in the American fridge against like the Russian fridge.
I would like to show you how we Perisons drink it. I can't fucking speak. Anyway, I'm too white to read this.
Me too.
I don't know what the fuck that says. So just Bill balked. Balked. He suspected well enough how a beautifully exotic creature such as Madame DuChamp drank her champagne in the presence of gentlemen. But Bill was a gentleman, and he couldn't say no. Once again, he'd missed seeing Beatrice for that long-awaited Saturday afternoon drink. When
they say balked, I think of Blue's Clues, and that fucker going, balk?
No, I think of a guy going, go. Like, you know, like Goofy used to do all the fucking time? Go. Yeah.
What the fuck? Did you just say?
No, that Goofy video where he's like, did you kill 13 children? Yup. And I'll do it again.
Yeah, and I'll do it again.
Valerie DuChamp poured 3 long flutes of sparkling champagne, gave 2 to Bill, and asked him to follow her. Bill was now becoming intrigued. Who was this mysterious third guest? Why were they drinking champagne so early in the day? Why had Madame DuChamp not ordered her champagne for Bill?
Wait, there's the third guest. Isn't
it
Delilah?
I don't know who it is.
It's got to be Delilah because that bitch was
Delilah just left the country. That was in the beginning of the chapter. She went to go to the airport.
Well, that's fucking lame.
I was like, she just like left.
I was gonna be like, if that's Delilah.
Valerie DuChamp disappeared down into her cellar, and Bill reluctantly followed. He remembered well what she kept down there and wondered if he should just make a run for it. His father's mantra suddenly filled his head. Give excellent service and come home with a big paycheck, Bill quickly added, or not at all, just become a sexual slave, permanently locked up in some client's cellar. Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
The lights were very dim when Bill walked farther into the semi-darkness. Valerie DuChamp grabbed a metal barred door, slammed it closed behind him, and locked it. She slowly stripped herself naked and let her slender, olive-sheened body caress Bill. Is this bitch covered in olive oil?
I was thinking that too. I'm like...
After a few intimate moments, she tied a blindfold around his head. God damn it.
This is turning very...
His asshole is not safe.
She's about to turn that asshole into some olive oil bread or something.
I was like, she's about to
pound some cake. She's about to oil his hole. She's about to oil his olive.
Okay. William, can you see me? And if not, I want you to meet an old acquaintance. Please strip now. Bill did as he was instructed. He had no choice, and the hostage books always said, follow simple instructions.
Hostage books?
I guess, anyway.
Who the fuck?
Now both naked, Valerie DuChamp gave Bill her right tit to suck.
Is he just reading How to Be a Hostage for Dummies? Like, what?
Suck it hard, William. Turn me on. Suck it hard. Why just the right one?
It's like, I want you to clench on it like you're a newborn infant and you're sucking on my tit.
I'm sorry, I just read down the page.
Read it? Okay, let's keep reading and we'll get to that part.
I don't think you're ready.
I'm ready. So, I want you to suck hard on my tit. That was where we were left off.
Okay. The blindfolded Bill bent down and sucked the proffered nipple until he could feel it engorging when he gently teethed it, slowly increasing his bite. Ew. Valerie moaned instinctively and slowly led him into the other half of the cellar where her guest was waiting. She too was naked, but her hands had already locked in the stocks. Recognition slowly dawned on Carmen Maria de Silva's surprised face. It was Bill Badger who was going to fuck her in her friend's cellar. And she, Carmen Maria, was his father's latest floozy. I told you weren't ready.
That is a twist.
I saw her at the bottom of the page. It said Carmen. I was like, Carmen!
Yeah, Carmen, get out of here.
Hello, Belle. Fancy meeting you here. She murmured to herself. Let me suck your dick. Valerie slowly moved the hapless Bill over to Carmen, making sure he never stopped sucking her own tit. When he'd reached the correct position, just in front of Carmen Maria's face, Valerie turned his body sideways so that his cock bounced across Carmen Maria's open lips. She hungrily opened her mouth and let Bill Badger's cock fill her throat. Fuck me, Bill, like there's no tomorrow, she quickly gurgled. I'm just... Bill slowly started to gyrate back and forth, still aware of Madame DuChamp's nipple in his mouth and the 2 glasses of champagne. He's still holding the 2 glasses of champagne.
I'm just imagining him like doing like a giggity, and he's just like grabbing her nipple like, and then he has like, I'm just trying to visualize this. This is very confusing.
William, Madame DuChamp instructed, gently pour this glass of champagne over my nipple and the other over your cock. It would be silly to waste such an excellent drink.
She missing a nipple.
Besides, my friend may well need lubrication. Okay. I don't think pouring champagne on your cock is good for your cock.
How would that turn someone on? Like, ooh, that alcohol's on my dick. Like, girl,
that sticky grape juice.
Ooh. Like, if you're gonna like pour some like
wouldn't
honey.
That fucking burn?
Grape juice.
Like alcohol, like on your.
I mean, it's not like a wound.
Well, I mean, imagine it gets into your people, though.
Ooh!
Because they're using it to suck his dick. So that means that it might get in there.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Anyway. I'm sorry.
They should probably be like, drink the Chardonnay out of his pee hole.
Ew. Okay, Bill followed the instructions to the letter. When the glasses were eventually empty, waited Madame DuChamp's bidding. William, suck my other nipple. You are so good. Valerie changed sides as soon as to interrupt Carmen Maria's enjoyment of Bill's cock, even for a nanosecond. The sucked nipple was now so engorged, just touching it sent shivers down her spine, and Valerie rubbed it hard, so she so wanted her orgasm, but not just yet, she thought.
These bitches get turned on.
No, hearing this thing about the nipple thing is making my nipple hurt.
I thought you said it's making your nipples hard.
No, it's making my nipple fucking hurt.
Like, ow! It's making mine hurt now. I feel like someone just bit my fucking nipple.
It doesn't sound good, does it?
It's like, I feel like someone just bit my titty off.
Earlier they said something and I felt like ick in my stomach. I was like, I hated it anyway. In the meantime, Bill was giving Carmen Maria his best. Her throat was becoming more and more enlarged with his constant thrusting, so much that she started to desperately wiggle her hands, which were more securely held by the stocks. Vainly trying to attract Valérie's attention, Valerie noted her desperation and thought, the Brazilian bitch only needs a couple more minutes to be completely tamed, and then I will have her.
The Brazilian bitch?
That's what it says, that Brazilian bitch.
Is that what DuChamp said?
Yes.
What a bitch. Oh, she's like, that Brazilian bitch.
After a suitable time, Valerie took her nipple out of Bill's mouth and went back down to observe Carmen Maria. By now, her mascara-stained face was full of tears. Bill's cock was still working overtime, and Carmen Maria could no longer stand the friction. She'd been well donged, and she knew it.
This is so sick. It's the fact that Bill's dad probably fucked her mouth as well. And now her son is his fucking son.
William, I think my friend needs to be fucked in a more sedate manner. Would you mind moving to her rear? Bill nodded, withdrew, and with Valerie masturbating his cock, he moved around to the rear of the stocks. Carmen Maria was technically on all fours, but as her arms and head were being retained by the stocks, she was anyone's game. Valerie roughly handled her ass, making sure she felt Carmen Maria's glistening clit with her outstretched forefinger.
I don't like that I can visualize everything that's happening. Like, I can just imagine, she's like, move to the ass, and he's like, and then she, like, grabs it, and is like, and then once it's there, he's like, there you go, now I'll lean it in. Ooh, wrong place.
Fuck her, William. Fuck her hard. My friend, tell William to fuck you hard. Tell him he needs to go fucking. I'm sorry, just the way that's... okay. Carmen Maria could hardly get her words out in excitement. She knew she had her fill in her mouth, but her vagina was a different matter. This is where she would get her reward. Her desire for a deep-seated orgasm was now so entrenched in her mind. She was thankful for Valerie's harsh earlier treatment of her. No pain, no gain, she thought in English, as she remembered time and time again Bill Badger's large, hard cock plunging in and out of her throat. Valerie DuChamp guided Bill's cock into Carmen De Silva's ass and let it find its own way to her dripping vagina. Bill was soon thrusting once again, and this time De Silva's throat was emanating Portuguese animal sounds of sexual ecstasy the English would never have heard.
She's like speaking tongues. When the dick is so good, you start speaking tongues.
That makes me think of fucking Voldemort and like Postle tongue. No, I'm thinking of Postle tongue and like okay. You know Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember that one movie where that one guy, I can't remember, he's that one fucking guy's son, but he goes all the time? I was like, imagine like he's eating your shit and like he's going because he's a fucking Postle tongue, which means he can fucking move it like a snake.
Woo! I need a therapist and not a sex one.
You're gonna go to therapy and you're gonna be like, let me tell you about this.
I'm glad I'm not high while we're reading this, because when I'm high, I can visualize what I'm reading really clearly. So if we're reading this, I would be
vomiting on the floor. Okay. Fuck me, Belle. Harder, she screamed. It is so enjoyable. My orgasm is building. Don't stop. That's exactly how it's spelled.
I'm just thinking about parts from the podcast that the other people did on My Dad Wrote a Porno. They made up a song like, it's building and building and building.
Bill didn't. The blindfold was now becoming wet with the sweat coming off his forehead, indicating just how much effort he was putting into his allotted task. It started to chafe as Madame DuChamp had tied it very tightly when she'd first put it on him, but Bill didn't care. Whoever he was fucking was up for it, though the voice did sound vaguely familiar. Seconds later, Carmen Maria De Silva came in, a tumult of sound and vaginal juices. Valerie DuChamp put her finger down to catch the dripping nectar. Oh! Licked it with a satisfied smile and thought, that bitch has been tamed. Ew. I'm sorry. Ew.
Okay. Let's unpack. So DuChamp licked DuChamp licked.
We're almost done.
Let's just, yeah.
That's so gross. I hate that. Anyway.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
William, our work is finished. Air. Follow me for an oyster break. Oh, fuck. Bill smiled at last. He was on solid ground, but he did really need the blindfold. As if Madame DuChamp was reading his mind, she led him to the cellar staircase and locked the gate. She slowly removed his blindfold and swayed her ass up to the old wooden staircase. Bill collected his discarded clothes and followed her, wondering what was going to happen next. It didn't take Valerie long to enlighten Bill. She'd held herself in check for far too long, watching her best friend get royally fucked, and she'd only had a couple of nipples sucked. William, follow me. Valerie led Bill up another 2 flights of stairs to what was an attic room, where here the 4-poster bed had survived the ceiling height and was intact. Valerie laid herself down on the soft inner down and pulled Bill onto her. Fuck me, William. Just as you fuck that slut in my cellar. Sorry.
Fuck that slut in my cellar.
Bill paused. He had thought the lady in the cellar was Madame DuChamp's friend, a slut, but he vaguely recognized her accent. No doubt some new client his father had recently introduced him to, he surmised. Valerie DuChamp felt Bill Badger's cock at last penetrate her vagina. It rubbed hard against her clitoris. She moaned. Bill gained traction, and Valerie groaned in torment. At her, William. Oh, wait, fuck. Harder, William. Harder. And then that's the end of that chapter.
Adios, Bill is the next chapter title.
Yeah, okay, so the next chapter title is it's chapter 13, but it's called Adios, Bill. What do we want to say about that chapter?
So, when her ass was swaying, I feel like her ass was swaying like a camel. That's also a joke they did.
I'm honestly thinking about that one scene from Lady and the Champ, or Lady and the Tramp, with the Siamese cats doing their little dance. You know what I'm fucking talking about? Yes. Where they're like, swears, and they're like moving their ass back and forth. That's what I'm thinking about.
I'm fucking annoyed with Bill because, first of all, did he literally just fucking say, like, oh, who's that lady in the cellar? Like, that is Carmen Maria da Silva Lopez. What do you mean, who the fuck is that? You literally just saw her.
I'm imagining it's gonna come to light that it was fucking her, and then he's gonna, like, whatever, I don't know.
His dad's gonna be like, you fucked my bitch.
You fucked my bitch.
Well, next time we'll be reading Adios, Bill. And I'm excited because Valerie DuChamp is still in this chapter, so I get to voice her.
Oh, shit.
So, it's going to be fun. We'll see y'all then. Bye.